Hello and welcome back. Well, today it's a thank you video, right, to those of you that have been with me over the past 2 years, and especially for those of you that left suggestions and advice in the comments. And thanks to that, I've been able to buy reissues, vintage reissues that sound excellent for an affordable amount that I think that otherwise I don't think I would have spotted them. So thank you for that. I can't remember, unfortunately, all the names, so I thought that the best solution would be to show you the items, right? These items that I've bought over the past 2 years, and they're big names, right? So pay attention, big albums, and in case you don't have a copy, well, do what I did, right? Get one, right? If they're still affordable. Let's get into it. We're gonna start and end with the Beatles. This is the Blue Album, 1967-1970. It is a must. There are tracks here that are not on the core albums. And everybody goes for either the UK first pressing or the recent 2014 mono reissue. I'm sorry about the dogs outside, but there's nothing I can do, right? They're being silly today. So one of you tipped me into this copy. This is a German first pressing. This is a Sono press. And I like this one much more than I like the original UK first pressing. And that's because of the bass, right? This one has a very melodic, a very nice sounding bass, and you can tell what McCartney brought to the band, right? As far as the bass is concerned, it is really smooth and is really crankable, much more so than the UK. In fact, I've got two copies because I play this one every now and then. Here is the label, and last time I checked, it was even less expensive than the 2014 mono reissue. And my ears and many people's ears, this sounds much better than the 2014. Tapes were fresher and it sounds really good. But don't forget, there are two different German first pressings. Get the Sono press. Right? Next one, the Moody Blues. In Search of the Lost Chord. Now, I think this one, if memory serves, it was Jim from Canada who advised me to get this one. I'm not really sure, some other Canadian friend. Sorry, I need to jog my memory a little bit. My UK copy of this album doesn't sound any good. It sounds muffled, it sounds very distant, hardly any high end. And maybe that was the reason that I didn't, out of the 7 core Moody Blues items, I think that this is the one that I played the least. And I think that's the reason for that. And then I was tipped into this Canadian first pressing, and it sounds wonderful. It's loud, but not very much so. It is very detailed. It's got a great bass, a great sound stage, great presence. And this is the best sounding pressing I've heard. Honest, right? So Canadians, you got it easy, right? It's the first pressing. Everywhere else will check these cogs. But I'm really glad to have this copy because now I can fully enjoy the album a way I was not doing when I only had the my UK first pressing. Thank you very much as well for this one. Oh, this was great. This advice was absolutely great. I like Benefit. I think that people underestimate this album because it came after Stand Up and before Aqualung. I think this is a very good sounding album and it's got very interesting ideas, but I never had a copy that sounded really good, right? And I've got like 4 or 5. I've got a UK first pressing, a German first pressing, I've got a Porky, US reprise, and this copy. I was not in the Steven Wilson. I was not happy with any of them. The one I liked the most was the Porky, but it was different sound because he only mastered side A, so it's different sound side A, side B. And the German and the UK, the first presses sounded a bit harsh to me. The electric guitars can be ear piercing to me at times and distracting. So I thought I was never going to get that album that sounds exactly the way you want it, right? With a very nice bass and smooth and centered vocals and detailed instruments, and is really crankable, right? Which is what we like, right? When we can turn the volume up, and the more you crank it up, the more you enjoy it. And this happened with this 1978 German pressing. It's an A1B1 if you want to check these cogs, and it's got all the ingredients to make a perfect sounding album. On top of that, of course, it's not expensive, and even if you got the Steve Wilson or if you got a US reprise, which sounds okay, give this one a chance, right? Because I was really, really happy when I got this copy and had benefit sounding the way I've always wanted to, right? Very nice advice. Thank you. Next one we've talked about many times, right? Especially when the AP Productions reissue came about 2 years ago. I had the Porky, and I had a 1975 reissue that sounds very good. And this was a lot of people, right, that tipped me into the German first pressing, right? A lot of people say, go and get the German first pressing. I did it. This is the label, and this record is fun. It's fun. The way the bass sounds, the dynamics of the album make it good fun. It's hard to compare to the AP. We're talking different animals here, right? The AP is an audiophile album, and its details and other things that add to the mix. But as a regular album, I prefer this one to the other copies I had. And most of all, because when I play it, it's fun. Listening to I Know What I Like here, it's really, really amusing. The bass is to die for as well, and I don't think you have to pay much for one of these, and you don't really need the German pressing, the German first pressing, because I checked stampers, and I think they use the same stampers for about 5 or 6 years. So give it a double check. But I think that from the first to the third or fourth pressing, they use the same stampers. Good fun. Oh, this one was rich. Queen and Night at the Opera. I had other copies. I was desperate trying to find a UK first pressing in the best possible condition. I knew I had to fork out hundreds to get one of those. Till one of you, a Swedish guy, thank you very much, told me that the Swedish stampers they used the UK stampers. So if you get the Swedish Queen A Night at the Opera, you get the UK item, right? It's the same stampers. They sound exactly the same. I checked with a friend who's got a UK copy, and they sound the same. This one, of course, is cheaper than the UK. Here is the label. And I got this one in near mint condition, right? And I don't want to put any of you to the test of finding a mint UK copy, right? That would go for 3 figures for certain, right? So in case you want to have a near mint one, go for the Swedish. This is good stuff. Now, I bought this one under suggestion of one of my subscribers, and I didn't hesitate. I went for it because it's a gatefold, and I never seen a gatefold C Stardust, right? I'm going to show you. And he told me that the German first pressing was a gatefold, so just for that I went for one. But then he told me that the 1977 is a repress of the German first pressing. It is not a reissue, it's a repress, and much, much cheaper, right? So I bought the 1977. It sounds really good. nice bass, very crankable detail. I don't have a what is it, an A4B6 or an A6B4, a UK, one of those. I've never heard one of those, and I suppose it's the bee's knees. But to me, this one sounds very good. I love having the lyrics right inside, and I love the gatefold thing, right? If you want one of these, right? Now, the two really big ones, Dark Side of the Moon. We've all got several copies of Dark Side of the Moon, that's for certain. CD, SACD, vinyl, whatnot. I'm not such a fan of these albums now, right? Because I think I got a little burnt out over the years. I've got like 4 or 5 copies, and as any Pink Floyd fan, I love to have a UK first pressing, but that's absolutely out of my league. So I was quite happy with the copies I had, but then again, one of you took me into this Dutch pressing. It's a 1A from 1978. It's got a different mastering. The guitar's Gilmour is more to the front, right, of the speakers in this copy, but it sounds amazing. It's got a wonderful sound stage. It's very rich. It's detailed. Guitar sound fantastic. The piano is really good. And from then on, this has become my go-to copy. Whenever I want to play Dark Side of the Moon, I play this Dutch pressing because it's got everything I need. And I think I've stopped looking for a UK first pressing because it's absolutely I haven't got such a deep pocket, as you can imagine. And last one for today. What about the White Album? Yes, you've got 10 copies of the White Album. We all got copies of the White Album, mono and stereo. This is a stereo. I usually play the mono because I rather listen to the mono copy of the album, and I had a 1973 German first pressing, which sounded okay to my ears, but I was never really after that great sounding stereo copy, that keeper, right? And the main reason is because I'm so happy with the mono copies I've got. The sound I've got a UK first pressing. I got the 2014 and Spanish pressing that sounds really good. So I was not so keen on the stereo. And again, somebody told me, a Dutch guy, about this 1A, which is from 1978. And it's a joy to listen to this. It's really smooth. I know that that's not the way the album was intended to, right? Because some parts of the album, like, I don't know, Helter Skelter, Revolution, tend to be, a bit harsher. But this one is incredibly smooth, and the bass is fantastic. I could be listening to this album just for Paul McCartney's bass. It sounds phenomenal here. And the slow songs and the ballady songs sound absolutely amazing. It's got a wonderful sound stage, and I've stopped looking for White Album copies. I'm really happy with this one. Again, I was lucky. This one doesn't have the poster and the rest of the stuff, but I was not keen on that because I got several copies, so I've got posters and to spare, right? So I bought it just the records. It was something like 20-25 at the time. I don't think it's much more nowadays. Check the usual suspects. And this is very good sounding, very smooth, very crankable, and as I say, a joy to listen to. Right, and that's all for today. I hope you like my selection. Thank you so much to those contributing to this channel. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, well, please consider subscribing. It's really worth. Thanks for your time. Take care.